Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Your taxes are coming down.
There's nothing like a billionaire president driving his granddaughter through his own golf course, telling his multi-million-dollar club members that their taxes are coming down as the government shutdown approaches 2 weeks and he begins permanently laying off thousands of government employees.
So this just happened. This will 100% harm families. The education department has already been gutted to less than half of what it was at the beginning of this year. It went from 4,000 some to 2,000 some just in the last 7 months. And now they gutted special education. The IDEA was created to protect our most vulnerable students, to ensure that they had access to education. Before IDEA, students who had a physical difference, a learning difference, dyslexia, students who had a cognitive or a behavioral delay, literally could not go to school. Or some were placed in mental institutions just because they learned differently. So to literally fire almost all employees below the administrative leadership level is strategic and intentional. Linda McMahon has stated many times that she wants to protect our most vulnerable, that she will do anything that she can to ensure that special education stays intact. She did also state, though, that more responsibility should be given to the states. But there's a reason why the federal government has oversight of this. It's because the states weren't doing their job. The states weren't following protocol. The states weren't ensuring that students got access to what they needed to be successful. And there's literally no checks or balances to ensure that that money, $15 billion, actually goes to the states. I don't trust that they would ever give that money to the states. So not only did they gut the special education department, they also gutted TRIO. TRIO is a college access program. Y'all, do you not see what is happening?
Go ahead. You had talked a couple weeks ago, you were doing an interview, and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. How does this help? Does this help?
I mean, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven, okay? I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven.
Like many of you, I've become increasingly concerned about the rising wave of authoritarianism sweeping the globe. We're seeing politicians target civil society, undermine freedom of the press, weaponize the justice system. And no one is being spared. Even countries that thought they were immune from wholesale assaults on democracy now understand we're all part of this struggle. That's an enormous challenge, but it also means we can learn from each other. I recently sat down with 3 leaders who are part of the Obama Foundation's alumni network to discuss their work in Hungary and Poland, 2 countries on the leading edge of confronting autocracy. People like Stefania, Sandor, and Susanna, they give me hope. And it's why a big part of our mission here at the Foundation is to connect, inspire, and empower leaders like them. All 3 of you have been fighting the good fight and rising up in the face of significant challenges to try to strengthen democracy. And so you're setting an example for all of us in the United States, here in the UK.
Democracy is something to be practiced regularly. We need people to be engaged and to be empowered, for them to feel the ownership of the country, that it's theirs, and not to give it away to someone.
Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to another episode, and thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So you guys know that at the start of this year, the Department of Education had over 4,000 employees, right? And now barely 2,000 remains. So in just 7 months, thousands of people who worked every day to ensure schools stay funded, teachers got support, and students with disability got fair treatment, and they have been laid off, right? So as the most devastating part, they have just got a special education, and the ID Act Individuals with Disability Education Act wasn't just another policy. It was a promise that no child would never again be locked out of a classroom simply because they learn differently. So before the ideal kills with Dalasan, autism, behavioral challenges, or physical disability were told they did not belong in public schools. So many were institutionalized, so they were forgotten and erased from opportunity and ideal change that it gives them access, protections and dignity. Now, by firming almost all employees below the administrative level, they have effectively dismantle that system. And this wasn't an accident, it was a strategic and it was intentional. So leader MC Mahon, who is especially said that he wants to protect our most vulnerable, has also said that she believes that state should take more responsibility for social education. But there is a reason the federal government provide oversight, because the state weren't doing their jobs. So what do you guys think about this video? Please comment down below in the comment section. Okay, share your thoughts, and don't forget guys, this video is for educational purposes. So let's watch the remaining clips and I will come back to talk more about it.
Amazing news. Several airports refuse to air Department of Homeland Security video, blaming Democrats for the shutdown. So according to Forbes, at least 5 U.S. airports will not air a politicized video message from Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. In the video, she blames the government shutdown on Democrats. But a legal expert tells Forbes the video does not violate the Hatch Act, which restricts federal employees from some kinds of partisan messaging, usually during elections. But the 5 airports that are refusing to air the videos are Portland International in Oregon, Seattle Tacoma in Washington, and a trio of airports in New York. Surprised California hasn't jumped in yet, but still, they're basically propaganda videos. Some of the people running the airports say things like, the video is inappropriate, unacceptable, and inconsistent with the values we expect from our nation's top public officials. The Trump administration has been airing the video at airports across the country since Thursday, according to Reuters. So let's hope more airports follow suit and stop spreading propaganda like we're some third world country. And shame on Kristi Noem, Homeland Security, and this entire administration.
I want to know how many ICE agents have essayed someone. I want to know how many ICE agents have essayed someone forcibly in the back of an unmarked van. I want to know how many ICE agents have essayed someone using the threat of force or coercion, saying, I won't arrest you or I'll let you go if you let me do what I want to you. I want to know how many women have been told that they could stay with their families or that their children wouldn't be hurt if they just let the ICE agent do whatever he wants to. I want to know how many children have been essayed under the guise of this is how they can help their parents or this is how they can stay in the country. The group with the most unmitigated use of force has been given the power to do whatever they want to the most vulnerable people. And if you're like, oh no, they wouldn't do that, they just want to uphold the law, go watch a single one of my videos and then come say it to my fucking face.
We need to be real clear about what this government shutdown is about. Democrats in Washington are trying to save your affordable care tax credit. If you are a working couple making just above $85,000, your tax credit will go away under Trump's big bullshit bill. Republicans are okay with that. That means your health care will triple. Your out-of-pocket will go from about $8,000 to $20,000 plus. That's where we are. That's what this is about. Republicans wanted a tax cut for very, very wealthy people, and the rest of us get screwed over. Make no mistake, this is not about migrants getting health care. It doesn't happen in Texas, doesn't happen in any state in this nation, doesn't happen in federal law. It's all a bullshit lie. This thing is about paying billionaires and millionaires tax cuts and tax benefits while the rest of us get screwed over.
What we're not going to do is support deploying the 101st Airborne into American cities to pull 10-year-old kids out of their classrooms. And
the official stance of the Trump administration is if you don't let Tom Homan, Trump's border czar, and the military go into our public schools and drag children out in handcuffs, then you're going to be labeled an enemy of the state and you're going to be put in prison. Tom Homan is currently feuding with state officials over this very thing. So anyone who wanted to come on here and call me a fearmonger for saying that Trump was going to send the military into our public schools to round up migrant children, I would like an apology. If you still don't think that their plan is just as bad as you're imagining it, I want you to just listen to their words because they're describing everything they're going to do from start to finish. This is not just about efficiency in the process of mass deportation. This is about fear and intimidation. And that is going to require Donald Trump to send the military into cities, into schools, scaring children, scaring parents, scaring communities. By some miracle, they may be blocked in their efforts to do this, but by God, they will 100% try. Here is my other prediction. This is for parents and teachers who voted for Donald Trump. You want to talk a big game and say, good, this is what we want. They're not here legally. Send them back where they're from. My prediction is you don't know which one of the children in your life that you care about or that your child is friends with. You don't know which one of the kids in your life are going to be the ones that are dragged out by the military in the middle of the school day. And the day that that affects you, the day that you are the teacher that's interrupted, and then the military comes in and pulls the students out that you care about in your classroom, that's the day you're going to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. This isn't what I voted for. This isn't what I signed up for. I didn't think y'all were actually going to do this. Of course, that's giving them any credit that they actually care about any of the brown students in their classroom. Tom Homan is a monster. And that is why Donald Trump picked him to be the border czar. And he will try to send the U.S. military into U.S. cities, into U.S. public schools, and pull children out of their classrooms. Listen to me, Republicans. Listen to me. That is what you voted for. I don't give a damn about the reasons why you like to tell everyone at the Thanksgiving table why you voted for Donald Trump. You wanted gas prices and groceries to be lower. I don't give a damn about any of that stuff. This is what you actually voted for. Own it.
So guys, welcome back again and thank you so much for watching. You guys know that I think it's because the states weren't doing their jobs enough and they weren't even following the protocols, and they aren't even ensuring that every child has equal access, and they weren't protecting kids, and that is why the IDEA, the ideal existed, and the federal level in the first place. So now with oversight stripped away, there is no accountability, no one to ensure that the 15 billion dollars allocated to these programs actually reach the students. And it was meant for, number one, to make sure that money does not get swallowed by state politics or redirect to pet projects, and it does not stop there. So the trial was gutted through help first generation and low income students access college, and it helps kids who were never supposed to make it out find their way into higher educations. So that program, a lifetime for thousands, is being quietly dismantled in the same breath. So the safety nets are being cut, and the ladders to opportunities are being kicked away, and the people who stood guide for our most vulnerable are being told to pack up and go home. So these aren't about efficiency, it is about shrinking government, and it is also about power, about dismantling protection that don't save the wealthy or the well connected. So when you remove the federal oversight, you move equity, and when you shift responsibility to state that already failed to protect these children, you are not decentralizing government, you are abandoning families. And maybe that is the point, because when you silence the advocate, when you erase the watchdogs, and when you cut the programs that gives hope to that give hope to the poor, the dismantles and the different, you are not saving money, you are saving yourself from the accountability. So this is not form, this is regression. And if people don't speak out now, the next generation would even know what was lost. So drop your thoughts under the comment section, guys. What do you guys think about this video? Please comment down below. Do it to hit on the like button, subscribe to this channel in case you have not subscribed already. So guys, don't forget, your comments will be well appreciated, and this video is for educational purposes. Do it to share it to your friends, to your family, and stay tuned. See you guys in my next episode. Bye.